Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols. I'm here to bring you your Nichols Worth, and today from Lockman we have the 95 and the 2020 NASB in the compact large print, and there's some things I want to show you. First of all, if you have bought the compact before, you've noticed that unless you got the prime, it had what everybody complains about, the blue paper. It's hard to see on camera, but there is a blue tint that kind of goes along the middle right here, and it kind of bothers some people. This layout is especially nice. We're going to take a look at that, but the first thing I want to show you is the NASB95. This one has the 32 GSM Korean paper that is really highly opaque, and it does not have the blue tint to the paper. But what about the 2020? Well, if you buy the 2020, be careful. If you don't want the blue paper, right now the one in the brown cover Leathertex, this one actually has the same paper as the 95, and that's the Korean 32 GSM highly opaque paper without the blue tint. Now, I believe the plan is for all the future ones to get rid of this blue paper. So make sure that you check before you purchase it. If you don't mind the blue paper, these things are only about 20 bucks a piece in the Leathertex. They are very affordable. But if you don't like the blue paper, make sure you purchase the brown one. And as they update their website, check that out as well, because they will be updating with new covers. Now, one thing about this cover I do like, which is the older edition with the blue paper, is I love those little streaks in the Leathertex. I think that looks kind of sharp. So I thought that was kind of cool. This is the NASB 2020. This is also the NASB 2020. Now I'm going to back this up a few pages to page 820, and I'm going to show you something pretty impressive. All right, this of course is the 2020. This is the 95, but they are both essentially paginated the same. Now there's places where they get off a little bit, but if you want to have these both as a companion, you're going to be able to turn them to the same page and be in essentially the same spot. You can see in the poetic setting here, there's a few extra lines to where this one only has 3. So it's going to throw it off a little bit, but as you turn pages, let's go to page 947, and you're going to see you are in essentially the same spot. So see how this one has chapter 46 kind of snuck up over here, where this one has chapter 46 starting on this page. So it's not exactly the same, but that's pretty impressive. This is a 9-point font. This is crowded because it does have a smaller footprint. So this is more of a compact size Bible with that 9-point font, really beautifully typeset. It is very tight. The line spacing here is also very tight, so it's going to look a little bit crowded. It does have some minimal notes, and it doesn't have any cross references. So that's something that you may want to take a look at. If you want one with the cross references, then you're definitely going to want the NASB reference or the NASB output. Those are both really beautiful, large print, excellent layouts. Now, another thing that this one is missing that you may want to pay attention to is in the back, you will not have your concordance or any of the extra features that you're used to in your NASBs. But what it does have still at the end is it still has those little bitty book introductions. Now, this is set up in double column while this is a single column setup. But you do have your like paragraph long book introductions, which are nice to have if you want kind of a quick intro to each book. And you're also going to have your maps at the end. One thing about Lockman that I really like is they use a synthetic liner, really sharp. I also like they use full-size ribbons, even though this is a compact Bible, which they did not on the older editions. So the ribbons are also an improvement. Same for the NASB 2020. Excellent. Get to the back. You're going to have the book introductions that you're used to seeing, and then you're going to have your maps. So really sharp. Now let's take a quick look at the spine before we close out. These are blind stamped, all 3. Again, the older edition and the 2 newer editions, and they have your tooled out hubs and all your stamping. I love the in-depth stamping here. I wish that publishers would stamp this deep even when they use gold foil, because then it wouldn't risk rubbing it off. But these things are excellent. Hand size, look at me holding 3 in one hand. Outstanding resource. If you're wanting something compact that has the 2020 or the 95, you want to get them both as a companion. Again, these are only about 20 bucks on their website. Very affordable. Check them out. God bless you. Keep calm. Jesus on. This is your Nichols Worth.